It's the Kitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. It's the Kitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CB Getty. It's the Kitty Gang Show.
Kitty Gang Show.
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 It's the Kitty Gang Show on Cigar Nation TV.
We are adoring fans.
Hey, welcome and happy Friday, everyone. Welcome
Happy
back
Friday.
to the Kitty Gang Show. I'm Mr. Dan Caldwell here on stage with me. Nick Lanciano, the intrepid producer behind the desk today. We got a good show lined up for you. Got a lot of great videos to share with you today. Most of them things that you have submitted, a couple that we came up with on our own, one or two from Shane Spiel, and of course a little bit later we're going to be announcing the winner of that special edition Wicked Bucker, the 2000th. Have you used a Wicked Bucker yet on a build?
I haven't yet.
You need to. Get on that, Dan.
All right.
All right. Anyway, we're going to be announcing the winner for that a little bit later in the third half of today's show.
Did you call him Danold?
Daniel.
Oh, okay.
It's like Daniel
Daniel
without
Boone.
the
I thought you said Danold
Nope.
with a D at the end.
Daniel, where's your trousers?
Danold.
Another announcement. Some of you have seen and familiarized yourself with our friends Scott and Betsy Heron, who together make up Green Heron. They've been doing live broadcasts on their own page, and I've shared a couple. I know Jim Burt and Sue Messias out there have become fans. Gonna try to get them into the Juke Shack studio here in a week or two or three, figuring out the date. They can both play just about anything with strings, and they're excited about checking out some of the homemade creations and hopefully playing the heck out of some of them. So looking forward to that. There's Sue Messias out there. Dan, you probably already know this, but back in the days when Glenn was here, he would have the task of saying hello to some of our people. So
I
we're gonna
noticed
have,
that. I remember.
we're gonna have who we got out there, Glenn Watt. So speaking of Glenn Watt, I've had communication with him. He is alive and well down there in Tennessee, doing well. So yeah, Green Heron, and a little bit of sad news today. We got news this week that the Georgia Cigar Box Guitar Festival has been canceled. The town down there in Georgia where Rusty was going to hold it has pulled the plug on all public outdoor and indoor events through who knows when, 2021 at least. So that was some sad news, and I know Rusty was pouring everything he had into that, heart and soul. So I just want to thank Rusty for all of the work and all of the effort he put in. Most of you probably don't realize what it takes behind the scenes to organize an event like that, and to have the rug pulled out from under you pretty darn close to last minute. It's pretty hard. So Rusty, you do good work, man, and we're sorry that it didn't work out this year. All right, enough of the announcements. The first video we have for you today is our good buddy Louis Lamanna, who recently sat down and recorded a new song. Did he write this one?
I think so.
I think he wrote this one. Louis always has a smile on his face, and he's got his Porness Studio shirt on here, so take a listen.
Hi everyone, Lou Lamanna here. As most of you probably know, my friend at Portland Studios is on tour. Catch him on YouTube. I got the t-shirt. Woohoo! In honor of that, I've got a brand new song. I wrote this last Sunday. Thought I'd share it with you guys. It'll probably change before I do anything with it, but it's fresh. Okay. When you think you have the answer, but you know the time is wrong, Lonely prima donna waiting for a song. Come from nothing, will return. Time means nothing, time to burn. Down through the ages, takes so long. Subtle changes, life goes on. Life goes on. When you think you've solved the problem, but the question still remains. If you stay beneath the water, can you ever feel the rain? Is there shelter in the shadow? Can the darkness make you strong? One thing is for knowing, life goes on and on, life goes on. Subtle changes, life goes on and on, life goes on and on. Are we dreaming? What if what we see isn't real? It's hard believing only things you can't feel. Down through the ages, takes so long. Rearrange, but life goes on and on. Life goes on and on. Life goes on and on. Life goes on. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks.
See if anyone noticed. Well, thank you, Louie, for sending that in. It's good stuff. Shane was saying it has kind of a new agey, new wave feel to it, to the structure and sound. Say hello to Sue Messias out there, Mike Adams, Jimbo Burt, Roll Tide, Jim Burt. Glad you're doing well. And of course, Louie himself out there. Good to see you. I'm glad you joined us today. Like I said earlier, we've got quite a few videos today. That's just the first video. Dan and I were just chatting while it was on, while Louie's video was on. Like, we don't even need to play nothing. We'll just hold these guitars as props today. Take a little break. We do have a video for you of Dan Woodman. Stepped into the studio a little earlier today and sat down and recorded one of his favorite songs. So we'll be running that for you in a bit, and that'll count. That'll count as the Giddy Gang's musical contribution to today's show. Speaking of musical contributions, you might notice I'm holding something a little bit different today. This is a brand new build. I thought I had it finished yesterday and then I had to do a few more things. So technically finished today. I am calling it the Tool Shed guitar, or Charlie's Tool Shed guitar, because Nick has a photo he can bring up here 3 days ago, Tuesday, of what this guitar started as. So we got a picture of my workbench here. It's coming up, my God. There it is. So that is what this guitar started as 3 days ago. A pile of old hoe handles, some of them still with the heads on them, some roofing brackets, basically a pile of stuff with wooden handles, none of which was over about 1.25 inches wide. And this is all stuff that I pulled out of my friend Charlie Boyle's tool shed, basically, after he passed last year, thinking that someday I would use them on multiple instruments or use it for various things. Well, after building that yardstick guitar last week, I was looking at this pile of stuff and like, now's the time. I kind of practiced with the yardstick guitar, you know, laminating all those thin strips together to make the soundboard. Well, this guitar, seeing as how none of those handles, well, of course the tool handles were round to begin with. Those roofing brackets, which are the things you use when you're up on a roof to kind of make you put a board across them to make a flat,
Scaffolding.
kind of like a scaffold bracket. And they had pieces of hardwood about yay long that weren't very wide. So I have done an awful lot of sawing on the bandsaw, cutting things into strips. The neck is all laminated together from thin strips of wood. The sides had to glue two lengths together to make it deep enough. The back, the front, all of it glued together, thin strips of wood. Tell you what, I have gone through some tight bond glue. This guitar is a testament to tight bond glue this week. So I'm very happy with it. I took over 150 photos of the building of this guitar. I've got it tuned, 4 strings, tuned in mandolin style tuning, GDAE, 21-inch scale length, so kind of like a tenor banjo, Irish tenor banjo scale. And she sounds pretty good. I wasn't intending to do wagon wheel. With it plugged into my little mic modeling amp here. Oh, Shane's out. We're not gonna sing it. Calm your bits there, mister. So this is fully acoustic. So pretty happy with that.
Sounds amazing.
And what I used for the soundboard, it darkened down a good bit when I put the linseed oil on it, but it's all hardwood strips. I used the resawn pieces from those roofing brackets, and it's oak and maple. Maple, oak, 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 maple, maple. So hardwood for a soundboard isn't something you usually do. You know, usually you're looking for softwood, but I didn't have. Actually, I don't think any of the handles or pieces were softwood. Like, there wasn't any pine or fir or anything. So this entire thing is made from hardwood, and it's got a bit of heft to her there. You know, I always say, never build an instrument that you can't fight your way out of a dark alley with if things really get desperate. So here we go. There will be a build diary. If somebody asked,
Dana wants to just see it up close again.
oh, well, I guess I could bring it on up. All right, I did a bunch of wood burning on it too, but I'll bring it up to the camera. So there's the body, and I wood burned a verse of a song I wrote for Charlie on there. Of course, the neck, I got Nothing Heavy Cutta on there. Up on the headstock, got a little rest in peace for Charlie. There's the back. Oh, the tailpiece, kind of different. The tailpiece is one of the hoe, you know, one of the tools that I took the handle from was an old kind of narrow hoe. So I took that, lopped the sides off a bit, ground it down, heated up the stem and bent it around so that it would go in the back end here as the tailpiece. So there will be a full build diary hopefully by next week. I don't know, there's a lot of photos. 164 I think photos total. So yeah buddy, And of course, being mandolin tuning, can do a little. It's a little longer scale length than I'm used to picking Irish tunes on, but this is a keeper. Not gonna sell this one, not gonna give it away. This one I built for me and made some mistakes along the way. We'll get into that more next week when we're showing off the build diary. But this wood burning on the fretboard here, first time around, I did it upside down. Had the fretboard laid out before I had glued it on or anything, and I go to glue it on, and it was upside down. So at first I tell myself, it'll be fine, you know, it'll be right side up when you're looking down while playing it. Slept on it. Yesterday I came in like, no, can't leave it wrong. So took all the I had already glued the fretboard on by that point. Took all the frets back out, sanded that off, re-wood burned it, re-fretted it, and now it's right. So, yeah, definitely keeping this one, but the yardstick guitar is available. All right, enough talking. There'll be more about this next week. Don't want to take up too much time because we're getting to a portion of the show where my compatriot here gets to say a word or two.
Only two?
One or two.
All right, maybe more next week.
There's no quota. So here's a video that Danny Woodman sat down on this stage a little earlier today and sang a good old Merle Travis song, Dark as a Dungeon Down in the Mine. So take a listen.
Good afternoon, everybody. Here's a little Merle Travis for y'all.
Come all ye young fellas, so fair and so fine, seek not your fortune way down in the mine. It will form as a habit and seep in your soul, till the stream of your blood is as black as the coal. Well, it's dark as a dungeon and damp as the dew, where the dangers are double and the pleasures are few, where the rain never falls and the sun never shines. It's as dark as a dungeon way down in the mine. It's many a man I've known in my day who lived but to labor his whole life away, like a fiend with his dope or a drunkard his wine. A man must have lust for the lore of the mine. Well, it's dark as a dungeon and damp as the dew, where the dangers are double and the pleasures are few, where the rain never falls and the sun never shines. It's as dark as a dungeon way down in the mine. The morning, the evening, the middle of day, they're the same to the miner who labors away, and the one who ain't able will never survive. One fall of the slate and you're buried alive. Well, it's dark as a dungeon and damp as the dew, where the dangers are double and the pleasures are few, where the rain never falls and the sun never shines. It's as dark as a dungeon way down in the mine. I hope when I die and the ages shall roll, my body will blacken dark as a dungeon and damp as the dew, where the dangers are double and the pleasures are few, where the rain never falls and the sun never shines. It's as dark as a dungeon way down in the mines. Said it's dark as a dungeon and damp as the dew, where the dangers are double and the pleasures are few, where the rain never falls and the sun never shines. It's as dark as a dungeon way down in the mine.
Hey, we're back. So little ad for the Mountain Tenor kit on there at the end, which, as it said, is on sale through tonight.
I love my Mountain Tenor kit.
Oh yeah, you
I
got
built one of them, yeah,
Hey,
for my birthday.
we got a real life testimonial here. I forgot about
Bring
that.
it in next week.
Well, what you're holding is pretty darn close. That's basically the hubcap resonator version of the Mountain Tenor that is not yet released. That will be a kit. Oh, Nick asked me to point out there will not be a kit for this guitar. This is a one-off, one of a kind. So no kit. Last week, Nick, if you still have those photos, the David Hopkins photos, I had told David I would do this last week, and I forgot. I'm sorry about that. If you remember, David was one of the winners of the contest we had a little while back. I believe he might have won two different things, but one of them was Best Demo Video, and it was for his friend Devin McCluskey recorded the video on a guitar he built. And this guitar, what you're seeing on screen here, David built as a thank you. He calls it the thank you guitar. Built it for his friend Devlin for helping him with that video. As far as I know, Devlin hasn't seen the guitar yet. David hopes he sees it for the first time featured on our site or show. So again, David, sorry we missed this last week. For this build, he returned to an inside the box with the traditional cigar box body. If you remember, David builds the anti-body guitars that we featured before. Well, this one he's back inside the box there. So what he says, he used two dual blade humbuckers with a pre-wired pickup selector, hardtail bridge, open gear tuners, all gold. The neck is walnut with that scarf jointed head there. Second fretboard he's fretted himself, and he's getting a little better at it. And he says all of these parts that you see there are from CB Giddy, and we appreciate that. He says, as you can see in the photos as Nick cycles through there, it's basically a solid body guitar carefully fitted into one of those Casa Torano cigar boxes. So he made basically a solid wood body that would fit inside the cigar box. He routed out for the pickups, mounted high on the neck and low to the bridge as he could, and he says he's surprised how different those two pickups sound in those two different positions. Exact same pickup, but very different sounds based on being nearer the bridge or further up towards the neck. As he says, he loves the moment when you complete a new design for the first time after hours of work and using parts you haven't used before, and you're just praying it sounds good and feels good. Sometimes it disappoints, but this one did not. So now he's thinking he wants to build one of his antibody guitars with dual pickups and a switch. Should be tricky but fun. Thanks guys, and take care. Thank you for all you do. And he's got a list of all of the giddy parts he used on the back. We certainly appreciate that. Thank you, David, for sending that in. Good stuff there. I certainly know the feeling of, and I know you do as well, Dan and Nick, and many of you out there, of a build coming to fruition, especially if you've tried something you haven't done before, or maybe you're experimenting a little bit, going out on a limb. I certainly have recently experienced that. You know, when I started with that pile of stuff on my bench, I honestly didn't know it would work. I thought it would work. I was like, yeah, there should be enough. But I was mentioning how I had to redo the fretboard because I wood burned it upside down. I couldn't just grab another fretboard because I didn't have enough wood left to make another fretboard. Because I was trying to use just wood that came from that pile, and I did. So yeah, know the feeling there. So it looks like Shane said we just got some news about passing of a drummer. That's sad. What else we got? We got another video for you.
Mike Adams over on Facebook would like to see the railroad guitar again that Danny played in the.
All right.
He wants to see it light up.
Oh, gotta push the.
Oh, battery's dead. Oh, there you go.
I think the battery might be dead.
Oh,
There she's blinking. So this this guitar was built by Gary DeRosiers, our good buddy out of Massachusetts, and he sent it up to Danny, and I think Danny's played it on pretty much everything he's played here since. So nice railroad crossing sign there, 3-stringer. Yeah, buddy. Always keep that one handy. So anyway, now we got the video for you from our good buddy Steve Stebos doing one of my favorite Rolling Stones songs. You can't always get what you want.
That's true.
You live.
I saw her today at the reception, a glass of wine in her hand. I knew she was gonna meet her connection. At her feet was her footloose man. You can't always get what you want. You want. You can't always get what you want. If you try sometimes, you'll find get what you need. I went down to the demonstration, give my fair share of abuse, singing we're gonna bend our frustration. If we don't, we're gonna blow up the damn fuse. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. If you try drugstore. Get your prescription filled. Standing in line with Mr. Jimmy. And man, did he look pretty ill. We decided that we would have a soda. My favorite flavor, cherry red. I sung my song to Mr. Jimmy. He had one word to say, and that was dead. You can't always give what you want. You can't always give what you want. You can't always give what you want. If you try sometimes, you'll find. Get what you need. I saw her today at the reception. In a glass was a bleeding man. She was practiced at the art of deception. I could tell by her bloodstained hand. You can't always give what you want. You can't always give what you want. You can't always give what you want. If you try sometimes, you'll find. Get what you need. Oh yeah. You can't always give what you want. You can't always give what you want. You can't always give what you want. If you try sometimes, you'll find. Get what you need. Oh yeah.
Nope. There we are.
Hey.
Hey. Well, thanks for sending that in, Steve. That is one, like I say, one of my favorite Stones songs. And when Nick said he had that video earlier, I started just kind of strumming it and singing it. Like, well, let's listen to it and see how it is. Listen to about 10 seconds. Like, yep, a lot better than me. Let's run it. So, Daniel, you were noodling around a little bit there during
I was.
that.
I was
What'd you have
impressed.
going? He's got that.
I was impressed
you know
with the
what it is.
railroad guitar. I was looking at the workmanship on it and thought I'd see how it sounds, and I was pretty impressed with it.
Got it plugged into that same little modeling amp back there. Sound good.
Nice.
Not sure why the little flashy lights aren't flashing.
Yeah, your batteries.
I want to break. I think the battery's low. All right. So another thing we're going to be featuring, hopefully next week. Dan, in addition to being a cigar box guitar builder and home brewer and runner and snowboarder and everything else, is an artist and a painter. And you have painted how many cigar box guitars would you say you've painted up?
Can't even imagine over the years. Plenty.
Yeah. And a lot of those have gone, were they commissions or just ones you wanted to do?
Nope, just ones I wanted to do. I like the hot rod style, like the old hot rods with pinstriping, the elaborate pinstripe. That's my favorite. Take a not so nice box, paint it flat black, and then just do the pinstriping around the corners and the edges, and just gives it that nice 50s hot rod look.
Nice. Well, he's going to dig out some photos of some of these, and next week we'll talk a little bit more about kind of going not outside the box or beyond the box, but taking a cigar box, as he said, maybe one that's a little dinged up, nice size, but a little scratched or dinged up or not a very good design, and making it your own. And if you, I know a number of you who have artistic bents have also done that. So if you haven't already sent us photos of cigar box guitars where you have hand decorated the box, be sure to get them to us, and we'll do a whole feature on it next week. I, of course, have very little artistic ability of any sort, so I've never done it. I do the little bit of wood burning, but even that's usually from a traced on design from something else. So yeah, that'll be a little feature we'll have next week, featuring the artistry of the cigar box guitar. Yeah, buddy, now that we've got a real live artist. Farley did a couple where she painted
I saw
the
a
box.
couple of hers.
There's one around here still, that one where she painted the box and did the stick on top style. There's a lot of stuff around here. We'll find
There
it.
is.
Alright, so next we got another video for you. This one from Shane. He's showing off the headless guitar. Another guitar that he featured in his Parts Caster cookbook that we've been talking about for several weeks. Shane will walk you right through what he did and how he did it, and maybe even why he did it.
Remember those Steinberger headless guitars of the 1980s, played by Rush and so many other bands? Well, I decided to get a kit and put my own twist on it. Here's what I did.
So back in the 80s, the Steinberger came out, and it was this carbon graphite guitar, and they were all black. Well, I decided with this cheap kit to go for an old wood look. So I used some walnut stain, and then I aged it, kind of relicked it by just sanding the corners before I polyurethaned it. But the pickups didn't match. The original pickups were these just cheesy, black, cheap Chinese pickups. And instead I got these aged brass pickups from CB Giddy. Mainly to just give it a cool look. What I didn't realize was how good the pickups sounded. I mean, this was just a fun little project to do. And it's not like I'm going to play 6-string guitar in concert. Who knows, maybe with this I will. But I just wanted a cool pickup. And here I put these Giddy pickups in, and they scream. They're quiet, and they just have so much output. The clean sound of these pickups goes more into the world of jazz and blues. Very silky, smooth, hot smoke and honey. Just very gorgeous tones. And then distorted is classic humbucker scream. So, just my little review of Giddy's Cool Pickups. Again, this kit, I got this on eBay, and I just put it together. I mean, with the COVID thing, I had a lot more time. Oh, and I also switched out the knobs. I put this cool knob here. I don't know where this came from. It's a wooden knob with a mother of pearl inlay. And then I have an old Bakelite chicken head knob for the tone. Just to add to everything.
You're live.
Hey, welcome back. Thank you, Shane, for that. Good stuff there. Next, we've got another video for you. This one's kind of special. It's our good buddy Kale over at Porna Studios. Now, I don't know if you've seen, we featured it on the pages, I think in a newsletter. Kale recently went on a bit of a pilgrimage. He flew from, I believe, Dallas, Texas to Memphis, Tennessee, rented a car, and started tracing the footsteps, I guess you could say, of Robert Johnson down through Mississippi, you know, that whole area there, down to the crossroads and all that, kind of following the story, the biography, the life, the short life of Robert Johnson. Really cool thing that he did. I'm really impressed. I know he had mentioned that he had a special project going on, was doing that. Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's really cool. We can't run the whole thing for you. It's about a half hour, but you can find it on his YouTube channel, I believe. And he's also doing a little thing where he is giving away a 2x4 lap steel. Now, Nick, that's over on his YouTube channel.
Yes.
Where that's going on. I think we have a link to that for you. You can comment and subscribe over there to enter. But Kale sent us in a video today that we could run for you.
It's going to have to, apparently it didn't download.
What did?
The video.
Oh.
I'm downloading it now. It should be done.
We've got dead air. It's dead air. But he's playing is it a Robert Johnson song in the video?
She Caught the Katie.
I don't think that's Robert Johnson.
I don't know. That might be the
Katie.
one. Did we play that?
I know the version by Sam and Dave that they used in the Blues Brothers. Remember that? She caught the Katie and left me a mule to ride. That is a good song.
That is a good one.
So, while that's downloading, we'll, as I mentioned, this guitar that I built from a pile of old hoe handles and other implements, garden implements, calling it the Tool Shed guitar, 21-inch scale. So 21 inches from nut to bridge, which is a little longer. You know, the yardstick guitar I built last week was 19-inch scale. Went on up to 21 for this to make it more like an Irish tenor banjo. 4 strings tuned G-D-A-E, so like an octave mandolin or Irish tenor banjo would be. Steel strings. I didn't go with nylon on this one, so as you'll see next week when we step through some of the builder's diary, there's a good bit of bracing that happened inside this here box to help it be able to stand up to the tension of those 4 strings.
I think that was a good call, going with steel.
It really
Amazing sound.
feel like I should sing a song.
I think you should.
But not. I almost launched into Jackson Station. Well, you wake up in the morning, we're in the Kia G, it's midnight special. Hear the work bell ring, and they march you to the table D. You get the same damn thing, G. Ain't no food upon the table, ain't no pork up in the pan. But you better not complain, boys, you get in trouble with the man. Well, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Are we downloaded yet? Yonder come Miss Rosie. How in the world did you know? By the way she wears her apron and the clothes she wore. Umbrella on her shoulder, only a third piece of paper in her hand. This song ain't that long. She come to see the governor, wanna free her man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. And if you're ever in Houston, see, boy, you better do G, and you better not D gamble, and you better not G5, cause the sheriff he'll grab you, and the boys will bring you down, and the next thing you know, boy, you're prison bound. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Yeah, buddy. How we doing now?
About halfway there.
Jesus, bud.
We can run this other one.
Yeah, let's run this other one. Bill Ramirez sent us in a video. He's it's his 4-string chupacabra build being played by his friend Tom. Here we go. Well, thanks, Bill, for sending that in. Some fancy finger work there on the. What's he got? Is that a 3-string? Four string.
4-string.
Yeah, buddy. So, told you that story so we could tell you this one. I think I mentioned in a past show that here at Giddy headquarters, we're in a big old mill building, and there's a lot of other businesses here in the mill, and a new one is fixing to open up, and it is a brewery and tap room down on the first floor, right underneath the CB Giddy workshop. So, been talking with the owner, a nice guy who's getting that going, and he said a week ago that maybe there'd be some stout tasting that could happen
Shortly.
well, today, as it were, right out of the tank, the big, however many gallon, 200-gallon tanks, I don't know what the hell they are. Yeah, so Daniel and I might venture down there after this here show and see. You know, hey, it's nice to have a variety of fellow businesses here in the mill, especially one that makes booze, doing the Lord's work down there.
1 minute left.
Somebody's
1
gotta
minute
do it.
left on that download, folks. I tell you what, we're really building up the suspense for this video.
It's worth it, I promise.
No pressure, Kale, but I hope it's a good one. So, last week building that yardstick guitar, this week building this one, I'm starting to regret a little bit having disposed of the stash of random reclaimed stuff I had upstairs on the 4th floor of the mill.
That was a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. I'm glad it's gone. Someone else is now occupying that space. It's great. But I realized it gives me an excuse to go out and do a little picking. You know, figure out what's the next crazy old thing to turn into an instrument. Is it another Coke crate guitar, or go to the antique store and, you know, see what they got. So, you know, sometimes getting rid of, because I was just thinking through, I had a oak bassinet, a solid wood, like baby cradle that would have made an awesome guitar. I had an old foot pump organ, like a little mini organ. That would have been all gone. Well, it's gone, baby, gone. Love is gone. You know that one? Gone, baby, gone.
Mike
love
Adam
is
has
gone
a good
away.
idea. Make a
I do.
CBG out of river finds.
River finds.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to be pulling anything out of the
Ooh.
mighty Kachiko.
No.
She's running a little funky.
That little brown water.
Oh, brown water, keep on running. Don't pay attention to the little mossy green blobs going by.
Pay attention
No,
to the
it's not.
three-eyed catfish.
It's not that bad. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, could you go fishing in that river? And like, well, I reckon. Don't know that I'd eat what I caught, but...
Hey, oh.
Hey, Jim Morris out there. Good to see you. Bill Nolan, Tom Petrie, Michael Abele, Abil. Still not sure how to pronounce your last name. Sorry about that. Rick Flink out there. We're glad you're here with us today.
You did do some metal detecting out there. We did that one day.
That's
looking
true.
for bits for.
I found some bits
for
too.
scrap.
Let me tell you, those of you who have done metal detecting know you really gotta love metal detecting, because you're not gonna find, you're not gonna get rich.
All right.
You know
let's
how
go to
many
Kale.
pull tabs were manufactured in this country? Billions, perhaps
This
even
being-
trillions of pull tabs, all out there everywhere.
With this being a mill, I'm sure there was.
There's some
Stuff
neat
thrown in the
stuff.
river.
I found some neat stuff. Not all of which I got rid of. So anyway, we've now got a video for you. Is it transcoded and ready to go? Oh, by God, here.
Okay guys, I am here at Dockery Farms in Mississippi, and I figured as long as I was coming all the way to Mississippi, I better bring an instrument with me. And since we're on a quest for Robert Johnson, why not the Devil's Uke? It just seemed like the thing to do. Besides, I just got this here gig bag I told y'all about, so time to use it. Anyway, everybody kind of, learns the blues in different ways. Some people learn about this one or that one or whoever first, but everybody kind of has their own way into it, and then everybody loves it once they get involved. For me, it was the Blues Brothers. I'm dead serious. I mean, just my age, I remember seeing that. And the Blues Brothers brought me to like Taj Mahal and John Lee Hooker and whatnot. And I like that stuff. And then, as always happens, you keep following it backwards and you get back to the greats. And Oddly enough, I am right now standing at the birthplace of the blues. All the greats played this stage back in the day in Mississippi. This was the Juke House on Dockery Plantation. So, anyway, just kind of a fun little thing. I figured I'm here, I better do a tune. I'm not gonna have another chance to do it probably. I mean, who knows, it might come back someday. But anyway, we're gonna do a little Taj Mahal tune for you to celebrate. A little She Caught the Katy. Here we go. She caught the Katy, left me a mule to ride. She caught the Katy, she left me a mule to ride. So my baby caught the Katy, left me a mule to ride, and the train pulled out. I swung on behind, and I am crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Good God, my baby long, great gosh almighty, she tall. You know my baby long, great gosh almighty, she tall. So my baby she long, you know my baby she tall, and she sleeps with her head in the kitchen, with her big feet out in the hall, and I am still crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Well, I love my baby, she's so fine, and I wish she'd come to see me sometime. She don't believe I love her, got the hole I'm in. She don't believe I'm singing what kind of shape I'm in. Well, she caught the Katy, left me a mule to ride. My baby caught the Katy, and she left me a mule to ride. So my baby caught the Katy, left me a mule to ride, and the train pulled out. I strung on behind, but I am crazy about that hard-headed woman of mine. Live from Dockery Farms.
Live. Hey, we are live again. Well, head over to KO's Porna Studios YouTube channel. Get yourself entered. Like and subscribe and comment to get yourself entered to win a 2x4. 2x4?
Yes.
2x4 lap steel. Yeah, buddy. Well, before we play out here, the long-awaited announcement of who won that there Wicked Bucker. Out of all the millions of entries that we had to randomly choose from, there was someone who joined us on YouTube last week, Mr. Robert Dunn. Robert Dunn is the winner of that Wicked Bucker. Will be, he's also bought from CB Giddy, so I was able to find his email address. So I'll be contacting him and getting that sent out. So congratulations. Thank you everyone who shared last week's show or liked and commented over on YouTube. We appreciate it. Lots of nice comments and nice things. So we have somehow managed to fill yet another hour of your time. Thank you for joining
if I
us.
had the video one time. Just saying.
Yeah, we'd be 10 minutes shy if it wasn't for that. Skitty Gang Show on Scarbox Station TV. Oh, we got the one-string thing.
Only one.
It's Skitty Gang Show on Scarbox Station TV. You only need one anyway. Some people don't even need that. We came to you live from CB Giddy. This isn't a three-string. Well, we come to you live. I keep trying to hit three-string moves. It doesn't work. All right, here we go.
Mandolin.
Well, we come to you live every Friday afternoon at 2. At 2, yes, and we come to you folks.